Hi guys, welcome to Splurge or Purge. And as the viewers can see, now that we have video, Annabelle's not here with me today. This is because she's busy doing homework, and I'm actually not alone today. I'm joined with our guests. So these are my friends. Say hello.
Hi.
Hello. Guys, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves?
I'm Lauren. I'm a freshman at Loyola, and I'm Dana's favorite person in the world.
Hey.
Oh, I'm Tia. I'm also a freshman at Loyola, and I'm Annabelle's favorite. I don't know.
I'm Ella. I'm also a freshman at Loyola and Dana's future roommate.
Hey,
Fairfield
hey.
One turn up.
Yeah, we are going to tear it up in Fairfield. I just found out today in the bottom of Lou's that Ella and I are living in a studio. No, in a double, not a studio double.
She thought that we were living in a studio double for like the past 2 months. She thought we were all going to be in one room. Nope, we got a bedroom.
Nope, we do. So I've gathered my friends today, minus Annabelle. She'll always be queen of my heart. But we're talking about the basketball season here at Loyola, and obviously it's like April now, so March Madness as well. It's like past, but we're just going to be talking about that and like a couple splurges or purges from the basketball season at Loyola and March Madness. And at the end, we're going to go through our March Madness brackets because someone in this room won the Barstool Blurs bracket challenge. And I'm not going to name names until the end, so you have to stay around to find out.
We all know who it is.
Yeah. All right. The first splurge I have is finding friends through the basketball season because I vividly remember the first game. It was me and Julia, and Annabelle couldn't go because she had work to do because that girl procrastinates. And then our friend Tia, we knew from Annabelle. And that's kind of like when we met you, and then like the basketball, at the first basketball game, that's when Julie and I were like, can we please sit with Tia and her friends?
No, I remember you telling me about this later, and you were like, we need new friends. We only have 3 friends. Please.
I know. Julie and I were like thinking of ways to lock in to like get new friends, and I'm glad that we thought about that because it worked out.
Yeah, it was actually so much fun that game. I really enjoyed myself.
Yeah, who did we even play? It was someone.
I have no idea. All I know is we won.
Some broad. Yeah, we won, and then we went back to Francis and we made pizzas, and then it was a great night. And
Remember
that was
I walked out, and there's like so many people in the Francis lobby. I was like, who are all of these
Gingers.
newcomers? Gingers, yes. And then now we're all friends, so.
I know, it's awesome. Okay. The next, also feel free if you guys have any splurges or purges, just shout them out. But I feel like the thing I didn't know about Loyola, this isn't on my list, I'm just speaking from the tongue here. I didn't know that we were going to be this good. Like, I honestly thought we were going to be bad, and I've heard that we were going to be bad, so I was really mentally preparing myself. And I fell in love with Loyola basketball, so thank God we were good.
No, because last year, our record was like 4 and like 30 something. No, not 30. It was like 4 and 10. Like, we were at the bottom of the A10 last year. It was insane. Now we're
But
at the
Drew pulled through. Love that king.
top. Thank you, Valentine. You make the world go round. That was so corny.
Hey, you know who else makes my world go round? Greg Dolan. Ella and I, this was like at one of the last games, like we just decided to make a sign. And I don't know why we picked Greg Dolan. I think that you had always loved Greg Dolan.
I've always loved him. I don't know why. He just like called to me. Like, just the universe was saying like, you love Greg Dolan. And I was like, I'm not like in love with him. I just like love him.
Dude, I always feel bad because I'm like, we like fangirl. We're like, oh my God, Greg. But then like he's walking around campus. Like,
Yeah,
we
me
go
and
to school
Dana
with
saw
these
him.
people.
We saw
him in
him.
the dining hall the other day.
Yeah, and last night we saw him at Cane's.
Yes. Yeah, I have that on here. It's low-key like a purge that we'll get into later. But like seeing them around campus after like making a sign for them, kind of humbling. I don't know.
What happened was me and Dana made this sign. It was gorgeous. It was beautiful. It like had a big cutout of his face, and it said Greg Dolan, father of modern basketball. It was gorgeous. Like, we were really proud of it. And we pull up to the game with this sign, and he doesn't play. He does not play. And he usually, like, he doesn't start, but he got, like, a good amount of playing time. And he was just embarrassed that we had these 2 freshman girls had made a huge poster for him that he just refused to go in.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Yeah, I remember how hype I was when he like first subbed onto the bench. We held the poster up. He took one look, didn't even do anything, and then just like called for a sub. Like, it was like, I don't even know if he called for a sub, if Drew Valentine called him for a sub, but like he got subbed and he never came back out.
Nope. No. And at the end of the game, he gave us a thumbs up.
He did. Well, he actually,
Hey,
at the end of the
look at
game,
t-shirt.
Yeah, he threw me a t-shirt.
yeah, it was a win. So after every game we win, they throw T-shirts at fans, and so he threw Ella a T-shirt because she was holding the sign. So that was kind of awesome.
That was pretty lit.
You know what? I'm gonna splurge, even though the fact that the merch is like 100% made by sweatshops. I kind of love it.
Oh,
The
yeah.
merch that they give out before
yeah.
games when they're like the Drake hoodie. Oh my god.
That
Oh,
sweater
that was good. I wear that one all the
good.
time.
That is,
That was
yeah.
so good. And it was so soft too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Funny story about the Drake hoodie. This is the same game that Ella and I made the sign for Greg Dolan. We had this huge sign. People were like, "What's on the sign?" We're like, "No. Like when he comes out, when the game starts, we'll show you." So we get there. It's the Drake hoodie night. There's like a line, and we're like, "Well, what the hell?" We were supposed to get in the front so that he could see the sign because we always sat in the front on the left by the cheerleaders. That was our spot. I don't know. We were just so dedicated. We always had it. And so we were like walking up the aisle to like see who we could cut with because I was like, first I want the hoodie. I want to show the sign. Like it's going to happen. And then I think it was my turn because like you guys went and I was like, there's no way the sign isn't getting shown.
Yeah.
So I walked up and there was this random kid and I remember I saw him in the back and he like walked away, but I thought he'd given up. He was at the front. And so I was like, well, what are you doing up here? You were just in the back. And then I was talking to him. And then as soon as he lets us cut, I felt really bad because he tried asking me where I was from. And he's like, so where are you from? No. No. I wanted the hoodie and I wanted to show the sign. And then I sat down, I turned my back on him, which I feel like is kind of evil because now I'm plagued to see him everywhere. I see him all the time. And it's not even like I can wave because I wasn't being friendly at all. But you know what? I'm going to splurge that because honestly, that hoodie is forever.
And she did it for a check.
I did. Yeah, and that's all right.
They do know how to get people to come to the games, though. Like, not even for basketball. They literally bribe, like, crazy. Like, you get what...
Priority
You get a plastic gold giant ass chain if you
That-
show up to the game, and then everyone shows up and then they leave, which I always feel bad for. Like during priority housing, when
Yeah.
everyone would go to the women's basketball games and then immediately dip.
That's
I was
what we
like,
did.
Yeah, Lauren won priority housing.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, Lauren, tell
At
us.
a game. They get
Because,
you out there.
It's because I was super mysterious about it and I played hard to get. I acted like I didn't want the priority housing, so it wanted me.
I remember we were sitting there because we're going to be rooming together next year. We were sitting there and I was like, Lauren, hold my hand. Lauren, hold my hand. Like, we have to do this because we wrote our names down. And I was like, Lauren, she's like, no. I don't chase, I attract.
I think we were all holding each other's hands and Lauren was
Except
just
for me.
out in the... Yeah, and then it literally said Lauren Mullan and you were like on your phone. I was like, no way she's this nonchalant.
That was
No.
the single, like, I was like, God, I've never felt better. I literally called this. Because I remember being like, if you make a big deal about it, like, it won't happen. Like,
Yeah.
a watch pot, because I'm so superstitious. I was like, a watch pot never boils. So I was like, inside. And then Tia gets up. We're sitting, this is important, Purge, sitting near children at any sports event with Tia, because she gets up. We're sitting, there's maybe like, he's like 5 or 8 behind us, 2 rows in front of us. It's like the parents, the family of these players. Tia gets up and just starts like spouting expletives. Like screamed funk, like
Sorry, Mom.
so many times. And it's justified. This was huge.
Yes.
But like I remember having to turn around and this little kid is just staring at Tia like he's never heard like that string of words be strung together.
Okay,
And I
okay.
was like, it's really important. Like we don't have to live under the bridge anymore. Like this is serious.
Yeah. I remember, I didn't even see him there. I didn't know that there was a little kid behind me.
I
I did not know that. No, I jump up out of my seat as soon as I see your name. I go, fuck yeah, let's go. And then I turn and I see like his dad and his little kid and I'm like,
yeah.
Oops. That's my bad.
So Splurge, Loyola bribing people to come to their athletic events. 'Cause-
Purge placing me near little children during said sporting events because I
Yeah.
will expand their vocabulary in ways their parents don't want them to.
Wait, this is a side note. This is something I'm purging. So my little brother plays basketball, and after a really intense season of watching a bunch of grown men play basketball where you can like call them fat and they can't hear you, it was a really hard adjustment to make going to watch like 8th grade basketball
Yeah.
because you can't scream like move fatty
Yeah.
at a 12-year-old. And I did.
Wow.
And
Wow.
not directly, not those words, but I was like talking like more shit than I should have. Like this is like
Especially because
But-
they can hear you because it's not like
I
a
know.
massive arena.
That's your family.
it's not
You
my
gotta
no. I'm
step
not
up.
never at my brother. My brother is goated.
No, I'm saying you gotta step up for your brother.
That's what I'm saying. I'm defending him. I'm
It's
supporting
the
him.
heckling. Yeah.
He gets it from me.
Yeah, Elle and I are on the club lacrosse team here, and I found myself. The Loyola basketball season has changed me in ways that I literally cannot explain. Like, I'm just a different person after going through that. But we are on the club lacrosse team, and we had like a couple tournaments, couple games, and like every time the ref would make something, I'd be like, huh? And he was right next to me. I'd be like, what the hell? And I would literally be like yelling. And there was one point on our Northwestern game that we just played, where he like did that, and I was like, you can't do that. And then like the girl looked at me, and I was like, I don't know. Like, it's just an immersive sport. Like, I'm a fan, I'm a player. Like, it's the best of both worlds. Let me live.
Splurge heckling. I'm such a heckler.
okay.
Tia, you're so awful.
Okay. Put the camera on me. Oh, it's already on. Sorry. Listen, my favorite part. I'm breaking the fourth wall right now. I'm looking right at you. I'm looking you dead in your eye right now. The only reason I came into the games was to heckle. I'm telling you, dead ass. I would go to those games. I would scream the foulest shit at these players. I'm so sorry, Mom, Dad, skip over this. You don't want to hear the things I'm about to say. I would yell during their free throws, dead quiet. I'd yell, you have dick cheese. You're fat. I didn't say fat. I said, you stink. You have gooch grease. Pussy, ass bitch ass nigga. There's so much. And the thing is, listen, our student section isn't very diverse. So there's only one person this thing could have been coming from. And it was very easy to point me out, especially I'm like the only, this isn't a bad thing, but like I'm the only black one out of our group of friends that we sat with. So like it was not very hard to point me out. And I would yell so loud. And there was one time where I literally yelled flop as loud as I could at one of the players, and his head swiveled and looked me dead in my eyes, and I was like, ooh. I mean, it was a flop. That like no call was made, but his ass flopped right on the ground. Anyways, but yeah, heckling my favorite part of the game personally.
Yeah, you're actually looking at heckling's biggest fan right now, Tia. She loves it. My heckling was only, I would yell cankles whenever they were like going to free throw. But let's talk about I'm splurging heckling in everything. But when someone you don't like starts heckling,
oh, I hate it.
It's the worst. There was this girl, and she would always yell, bullshit, bullshit. And I would like be standing next to her, and there was at one point where I was like, I don't know her. Like, I would like pretend. I'd be like, anyone else hearing this? This girl's crazy. Like, I would literally pretend because I was like, it was like the most obvious call. Like, it was fine. Like, we fucked up. And she would go, bullshit, like so loud. And I was just like, people are looking. Like, stop. I don't know you.
I used to stand next to her at the games, and there was a point where I just had to like, I couldn't do it anymore. Like, because you can't have the two biggest yellers right next to each other. Especially because mine was funny. And it made people giggle. The other one just like made me uncomfortable because I was like, oh, like that was actually like a call, like that. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
And it was always when it was dead silent too.
Yeah.
She would wait like a good minute after like everything had died down, and you would think like, oh, maybe it's not gonna happen this time, but it would happen every time without fail. But if you think about it, do you think about how locked in you have to be for that, like, not to bother you? Like, that's watching those games, like, most of 99% of the time, nobody's reacting. And it's like, my angry ass, I'd be in the bleachers, like, throwing. And that's why I'm not a D1 athlete, because I literally can't handle it.
Well, we had a little slice of home when we did we did an intramural basketball game. Well, intramural basketball, we signed up for intramural basketball, all of us. And sorry I'm outing us. I don't care. It was awesome when we were robbed at the end. But something about sitting, especially with the Loyola basketball, like I'm a fan, I'm a true fan, I'm yelling. Sitting on the bench of my own intramural basketball team after subbing out, screaming at them, and then having to play against them is like crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
It's crazy.
I knew, like, the whole reason I quit basketball is because I would be filled with, like, blind rage. Like, you can ask my parents, like, shaking. I was, like, 12, shaking in the back of the car, like, blaring Eminem like before the game. Like I was ready to like get in there and like fight. And then after it was like complete like holy terror. Like this is not good for me. But naturally I was gonna do it again. And having to like do like yoga breathing with like Boaz next to me on the court. Like he's hop skipping and jumping down. Like he doesn't have a single clue what's going on. And it's more in the non-competitive league too. Like I can't be an asshole. I can't say shit.
Yeah.
But And that one ref, I see her everywhere.
Yeah, the one that
one
hated you.
Hated me. I didn't do anything wrong other than foul people.
Lauren almost fouled out like every single game. Every game.
Because it's just like, stop. Like, I don't know why these, like,
It was
sweaty
so-
5'5" men
That was
are,
crazy.
like, throwing elbows at me. You're 22. I know you're
Do
22.
you remember when that guy grabbed your boobs?
Oh my god, I got
Wait,
groped.
what?
I got groped.
No,
It was
yeah, there's
an
a video.
accident.
There's a video.
What? How did I not know this?
Have you guys not seen the video of me fully getting
No,
touched
no, no.
up?
This
No.
guy, like, okay, I
Was it my boobs or was it my butt?
It was your boobs, but I
literally
I
went-
did not play because I can't play basketball. But there was a video where this guy was like guarding Lauren, and his hands like went up by her sides, and they're just like right
Just-
on the melons.
Stop.
And then he, like,
And he was shorter than her too.
he like it was just awkward because like obviously he didn't mean it, but like he also didn't process like where his hands were like as quickly as he should have. So it was
Yeah.
just like I got cupped for a little bit and then we moved on.
And then he went like, oh, and then he ran back down the court.
I do think Dana was MVP of our intramural season.
Oh,
You were
wow.
my favorite person to watch because we'd be we'd be kind of cooking. And then
Yeah.
like the other team would gain traction and we'd come into the huddle and we'd be talking and I'd be like, we have to be more aggressive. And Dana, I'd be like talking about being aggressive. Dana's the only one that's listening to me. Locked in, dead eye contact, like nodding. I'm like, oh hell yeah. And then she'd go out there and just like kick people.
Yeah, it was actually, I feel kind of horrible. So the first game we ever played, it was so that that was the angriest I've ever been in my life, I think. It was so that the refs could see how the game would work, and I didn't realize we were playing a competitive team just to it was literally a scrimmage.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't realize we were playing a competitive team until after we left. We were in Damon eating. I was so mad. I
Yeah.
literally charged someone to the ground once, hit a girl twice. Like, it was like so bad. I've never played basketball before. I do lacrosse. I'm a defender. I am a defender. If you ain't cheating, you ain't fucking trying.
I think it was. Why do I feel like? Did you know it was a competitive team?
No.
Yeah,
no, I had
nobody
no
knew
idea.
it was
Nobody
a
knew.
competitive team. I was so angry. Nothing made me feel better than Dana being like just as violent.
Yeah.
They
When you-
killed us. We got destroyed.
Yeah,
We got
Lauren-
absolutely
Me and Dana,
destroyed.
I think we like.
I think I
What
blacked
was the
out. Like,
one-
I actually.
there was one
Dana
where
blacking out
Dana
her brain.
was like running after this girl on defense, and I was like, okay, like everyone's like, and I knew like in my heart of hearts what she was about to do. This girl, Dana, I watched like slow motion. Cause keep in mind, I feel like I had never seen that side of you until then.
No, yeah.
So I'm like watching Dana run down the court at this girl who's half her size, like 5'2", and she just full arm extension like throws her on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, something really funny about the intramural basketball season was that one time, okay, fine, I'm violent, I'm angry, whatever. I don't actually, mean it most of the time. Sometimes it's just, they're winning, I have to fucking, tear them apart. But one time, I was, on this guy, and I play man-to-man defense. I feel like, I don't know if that's basketball, but I'm, up in there. And he, fell on my ankle, and he, fell, but, my foot was under him, so he fell on top of me.
Is that when that guy got actually hurt? and
Yes.
couldn't
Is
play
he
ball?
still injured to
Yes,
this day?
yes, he
Injured.
sprained his ankle, and I felt so bad. He had to sit out, and I was like, oh my god, my heart was going. I was like, oh my god, I feel so bad. So I subbed myself out. I was gone for the whole thing. I was so sad. And then I thought he worked over it, got over it, and then his team is in the playoffs. He's not there. He was injured, and I literally felt so bad. I was like, I didn't even mean to. I didn't even mean to do that.
Can we talk about the playoffs
Yes.
and how we got absolutely
was insane.
robbed?
For intramural.
robbed.
Non-competitive.
Yes.
Non-competitive.
Non-competitive. A guy from a club team joins this other intramural basketball team that we were playing against. Last minute, he had not played for any of the season. He was wearing this fuck-ass long-sleeve Spider-Man t-shirt.
Wait, are you serious? He didn't play?
No.
That was his first game.
That was his first game with them.
He shot every three and
We
made
got
every single three.
destroyed.
Dude,
we
it
did
was
so
crazy.
good for the rest of the season. We were killing it. We were on top. We were going to be the intramural champions. This man comes, ruins our chances.
Smoked us. It was 5v1.
It was
Yeah.
literally, I think you guys lost by 30.
Yeah, it was.
I was-
30.
I was-
and guess he scored 27 of their points.
Yes. I was the number one fan. I was heckling the shit out of him the whole time. I kept on yelling brick, made every single one.
Yeah, there was
Yeah,
a point where I
that's
was
Made
like,
every single one.
we gotta stop this because he
Yeah.
is not at all. He has not made a single mistake. I don't
No.
know who this man is.
No.
And I
kept-
couldn't even play. I was so mad. I had pink eye. I couldn't play. I
Oh,
was just sitting
yeah.
on the bench. Last game of the season.
Yeah, I remember it was me and Sinead just sitting there with our little sign, and we were it got to the point where we were just like telling anyone to shoot it, and we told Boaz to shoot the ball.
Oh God.
No.
There's a video.
That's what you
Yeah,
know
I took a
gets
video.
bad.
I took a video. Boaz shoots the ball like this, and it's just the worst air ball you've ever seen in your life.
If we're talking about airball is my actual middle name. So when I say I haven't played basketball ever. I know defense. I don't know basketball.
But I feel like you play to your strengths.
Yeah.
I do feel like Boaz plays to like whatever he feels like doing.
Whenever he's in a one-on-one though, 99%
He
sure he gets the ball. But then when he gets the ball, he doesn't know what to do with it. So he's just like awkwardly dribbling, like looking for
Do you
anyone.
think he knows how to dribble?
I don't
No.
know.
I don't think,
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
but apparently he's like really good at tennis
In soccer.
and soccer, which is weird because
Yeah.
you watch him play basketball and you'd be like, I'd be surprised if this guy could even walk.
He has no coordination.
But
None.
None.
Love him.
shout out Boaz.
We love you, Boaz. Please don't hate us.
You're good at tennis.
I'll give you a hug afterwards. No, I won't.
That makes it worse.
Dude, all right. Now we're talking about basketball. I'm gonna splurge the basketball run. Our basketball team was big booty ballers. I'm gonna splurge the run. I think it was fun. We like became better friends, and I'm gonna purge that ending though. That was the worst ending ever.
I would splurge big booty ballers. I would say we'll make a comeback in the fall. You'll
Yeah.
see us on those courts again.
Don't worry. You haven't seen The Last of Us.
I say splurge being a viewer. I was too much of a pussy to join.
Yeah.
But I loved attending every single game. I will say.
Splurge, intramural basketball, purge the refs.
Purge 'em.
Yeah.
I
Purge.
weirdly see
You
them
know who you
everywhere.
are. I see them everywhere.
Yeah.
It's insane.
They're crazy.
They just like spawn in.
I know. Now that we're talking about our guy friends, our other two, Bart and Ethan.
Forgot his name.
shout out Ethan. They actually did the trivia at the Loyola basketball game. So we're back to Loyola basketball. I'm gonna splurge the fact that they did the trivia, and I feel like that's honestly modern day heckling. Playing trivia at an arena and having ABC, everyone's just screaming answers at you.
Yeah.
Like they were such champions because I was screaming A, Tia was doing B, and then Ethan picked C, and we were like, he's cooked, and it was C.
it was insane.
Yeah, it was actually awesome.
Shout out them for going up there because I would be like my face doesn't really get bright red, and my face would be bright red standing out there. I think Bart was probably bright red.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
the basketball people, they love Bart.
oh
They
yeah, that's
love him
insane.
so
Love
much. They
them.
always choose him. And for priority housing, Bart won a raffle. He got number one.
Number one.
Number
Yeah.
one
Out
out
of
of all of the Loyola
Insane.
students choosing.
Insane.
Number one.
Insane.
Crazy.
I wonder why they like him so much. Maybe it's because it's like
He's a tall
It's 'cause
ginger.
he's- it's because
like
They like him and Ethan because him and Ethan are always next to each other, always doing something to each other, and they're both ginger. It's the funniest like little duo,
Yeah.
This is true.
and that's why like they think it's funny because they're also always fully decked out in
No,
like
yeah.
as much
With the
Loyola
Loyola
merch as you can
chain,
wear.
Yeah,
yeah.
the
Ethan
overalls.
got the overalls.
Yeah.
The chain, the Hawaiian shirt, like
Yeah.
insane.
If you want to see Bart and Ethan, go listen to our St. Patrick's Day episode because they're on that and they're also just being weird, touchy, and crazy. So
Hey, it's a
kinda
great
awesome.
episode.
It's
I
a
would
great
recommend
episode.
It is a great
It is.
episode. Something else I wanted to talk about was the crazy halftime shows at the basketball game.
What?
I would like go to the bathroom because I always have to pee and I'd come back and they're like, there's a dog doing frisbee jumps. What?
One time there was this kid. He starts playing violin
Oh,
on
yeah.
the court, and not only does he play violin, he starts like dancing while playing violin. I was like,
No.
first of all, I didn't even know this was a thing. Second of all, like where did this come from? Like, what was going through Loyola's mind when they're like, yes, we're gonna bring a dancing violin child?
he was
And he
fit.
was kind of cute.
He was. He was.
He was like Italian, like
Ciao, Bella.
ciao bella, ciao bella,
Um,
hula hoop.
He was
and-
fitted up though. He had white high top forces on, white skinny jeans, a white like jersey on with like a white like flat top hat. I was like, what are you?
No, I would
How
purge
did
the
the-
outfit. It was hideous.
Purge the
it was
outfit.
hideous.
The fit, it was ironic. I was being sarcastic.
I think if I were him and I went to Loyola, I'd have to transfer because I don't
He
think
doesn't
went
go to
here.
Loyola.
No.
No.
But the dance groups, they were actually really good. I liked them. Those
Like,
were awesome.
the things that they outsourced though were the weirdest shit.
Weird.
Yeah.
Weirdest shit. Remember the yo-yo?
Yes.
The-
I
I don't know what
loved
it's called.
that.
That
That was crazy.
I know when they turned
though.
off all the lights and it was like color and it was just like on the little string. I was like, yeah.
Didn't they do baby racing? I don't think I was
Yes,
there
yes,
for that.
yes.
But
That was so good.
That was insane.
Can we talk about how evil they were to make the ROTC do the push-ups?
Oh,
that's
that
the
was
thing
insane.
everywhere though. But why was ours always like? Do you know how to do a push-up? Like, I don't.
Yeah. I feel bad because I'm
Like, I don't know how to do a push-up, but I'm pretty sure that's not it.
no, I think that they have to do like in turn. Oh, my earring just fell out. That's awesome. I think that they have to do it in turn. So it's like,
Yeah.
because it's like not the same one every time.
Yeah. it's
So one time you'd like see them and they literally look like they were like going to their deathbed. They'd be like walking up, like shaking. Like it was so bad. But if I were an ROTC kid, I would like literally practice the night before. I would be like, I'm getting all the push-ups in.
Imagine they don't tell you beforehand.
Every
Oh.
ROTC girl I see though is like gorgeous. Like I feel like I see like the men and I'm like, okay, you're in the army, and then you know what I'm sorry, that's so
All the girls are
random,
baddies.
but like they're all
Yeah,
baddies. They're
it's
all like
And it was always the men that didn't really know how to do the push-ups. I
Yeah.
am gonna say that.
No, yeah.
Yeah, wasn't there one time where the kid like didn't do them all, like he failed?
I think so.
I don't know.
I feel bad. Like imagine you're just like horribly physically failing in front of like a stadium like full of people.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't do that.
You fail in front of the stadium and then there's girls talking about it on a podcast.
It's
Sorry, I
also
killed myself.
it's
I-
also sad because like we're in like top 40 ROTCs in the country. Like for
I
our
thought
school.
about doing ROTC, and then I was
No,
like,
you didn't.
No, you
Lauren.
did
No,
not.
you
No,
did
you did
not.
not. No, you did
That
not.
is
No,
not
you did-
real.
No, you didn't.
how do you
No, you
know?
didn't.
You
Why
don't
would-
know. I thought about it.
Why would
That's
you-
They text me all the
insane.
time. They
They
say,
text
please come join
everyone.
us. But they want me really bad. They text me all the time. And I literally thought about doing it. I thought about doing it. I was going to do ROTC because I really like the Katy Perry part of Me music video where she cuts her head and cuts her hair and joins the Marines. And then I literally did not do ROTC solely because I didn't want to have to walk around at all the basketball games.
No, that's
And
so
also
fair.
because I wouldn't have passed the physical fitness test.
we
And
watched
also,
that.
if they yelled in my face, I would immediately, I would either talk back or start crying. But I did
Yeah.
think about it. Like, I want people to know. You were there when I was watching the Katy Perry music video.
That, you started watching. That was a week ago.
I was genuinely
ago.
thinking about
About
doing
a week ago.
I thought you meant like when you were applying.
like that too. I was thinking about West Point for like a while.
No, you were not.
No.
You didn't know me when I was applying to colleges.
I
feel
wish
like
I wish I did because someone like you guys. I almost went to Butler, Indiana.
Dude, I
would've-
I
I
almost
put down
went
a
to Butler.
deposit.
So did Ella. I almost killed myself if I would have went to Butler.
Dude,
Maybe.
I thought
Who's
Butler was
Ella?
so cool, and then now that I like know people that go to Butler, I'm like, holy crap! Thank God I did not go there.
Yeah, no, I think it's cool. It just wasn't my vibe.
I just like their mascot. They have the best mascot.
Did they send you stuff in the mail? Like they sent like Shadow, like
The
package.
packet, yeah. They
And it was
sent,
like Butler dog, and it said like
Aw.
Shadow on like the mail. It didn't say Ella.
they
It
sent me.
was
They
insane.
sent me too, cause Charlie and well, not anymore. Just Gus.
Aw.
Thanks, Shadow Butler.
Honestly, Splurge, everything we've kind of talked about because I feel like it's been
Yeah.
a really good episode so far. And obviously, with every Splurge comes a Purge. And I feel like today we should call it Spurge because it's just me. I'm missing the Splurge to my Purge. I'm missing Annabelle Mueller. So we're going to call it Spurge, but we can just say Purge. The first thing I have on my Purge list is that at every basketball game, there's always like it's like, how big is like the screen? Like it's like huge screens. And our friend Bart and Ethan and just anyone, they love putting photos of us at our worst on the screen. And sometimes they don't even tell you. And like one time I was looking up and they're like, Dana, it's you, haha. And I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? And it was like on the big screen. I was like, oh, a great photo of me. I was like looking off guard. I was like, awesome.
No, Bart went crazy with those. There was one point where I literally snatched the phone out of his hand. I was like, you're not doing this to me anymore. Because he would put it on the 0.5. And as you guys can see on the screen, my forehead she's going on. And he like did a 0.5 of my forehead. And I slapped the phone out of his hand. I was like, that's not going anywhere. Nope.
I feel like there's 3 genres of photos I see on that screen, and
Yeah.
it's like you got dogged, and then like someone's newborn baby, and then like the biggest thirst trap you've ever seen by like a high school freshman that does not go to school here.
No, that's
and
so-
they're
that's-
just there
The
for
baby,
like,
there was
fun.
this one baby. It literally was like sickly. Like I was, okay,
It was a ginger baby. It was
Yeah.
baby Bart.
It was-
ginger.
yeah.
I was born with jaundice, which is like when your face is like orange forever. That baby needs to be taken care of. Oh my god.
I
like,
was born
it
with
takes one to
jaundice.
know one, bro. Another purge I have on here that we've talked about is going to such a small school and having like a basketball team that basically knows, like, I don't think that they know all of our names, but I think they know our friend group, especially because we're so definable. Two like 3 gingers, like that's like you don't see that every day. And sometimes when I'm in Damon, it's just me, Bart, and Ethan. I become hyper aware of like people need to get here. Who's coming to Damon? Who's eating with us? Like I'm like, this looks like a family convention. It's scary.
I feel like they definitely don't know who we are, but I feel
Yeah.
like it's just funny because it's like you know who they are, and like they know that everybody knows who they are. So I'm like, that has to be an interesting.
No, they definitely
Wait,
know
that has
who
to
we
be.
are.
I don't think they know who
Well,
we are.
okay. The sign first off the sign,
Yeah.
and then I know one of them, so I like talk to him every once in a while. But like, I don't know. I feel like they definitely know. So like we've had some weird interactions, just like seeing them out and about, and it's been nothing like awful or evil like on either party. But like I feel like they definitely like recognize us and like have put together that we're all a part of like the same friend
Yeah,
group.
that's probably true. You're probably right. Maybe I'm just like wishful thinking that I can like maintain my mysterious and
We're all cool, mysterious.
we're
Except
so cool.
I always like to think I'm walking around like really cool, mysterious when it's just like the Glee cast like playing in my headphones, my bright
Really?
Who
hoodie.
made fun of how I walk around campus? Dana. And that's why I am constantly no, and I didn't fix it. Dana, I forget. You were like, you walk around like I like stomp around with my head down, in my
Yeah.
big green parka. During the winter, I did look crazy. Which
I'm sorry.
no, I caught like a glimpse of myself walking, like when I was walking to the stop this morning. And I was like, I am stomping. Like I don't look happy to be
It's
alive.
alright.
But I think about it all the time. I'm like, that has to be a weird thing. Like knowing that you go to school where everybody probably knows who you
It's
are.
a small school too. Like
Yeah.
there's not a lot of people that you can mix up someone who's like 6, like 7.
Yeah.
Like they're all like massive and they just like stomp around.
But
like
yeah.
And then what
But like
gets me-
imagine losing. Imagine taking a fat L and then having to come to school the next day.
Probably
Like
how they
I
felt.
didn't like that in high school.
yeah, it's probably how they felt last year. Are you fingering the table?
You can't see it. It's off camera.
What gets me even more is the students who wear the merch of the basketball students. I'm like, I'm sorry, like this is too small of a school for you to be wearing a hoodie that says Tom Welch on the back.
Yeah,
Like no, like
yeah.
he's gonna see you wearing that, and then
Yeah.
like, what is he gonna think?
I wonder how they feel about all that stuff. Like honestly,
Yeah.
Like, I forget what it's called. It's like parasocial relationships, where
Yeah.
it's like that's what they have with people here, which is insane because like normally that's like celebrities, and they're not celebrities like by any means whatsoever. But like they walk around with their parkas and their hoods up, like it's insane.
Anyone have a parasocial relationship with me and Annabelle? Shout out.
I do.
Shout out. That's actually like interesting to me that people could. I always like love getting recognized. Amelia, that girl that recognized me and the bottom of Francis, I love her. And I look out for her everywhere, but I'm like, do people know me? Like, I don't know.
I have
Shout out
parasocial
Amelia.
relationships with so many people.
I have parasocial relationships with just people I see on the street at Loyola. I'm like,
campus
like,
crushes.
You don't know me. Not even campus crushes. I see someone, I'm like, we're friends.
no,
You
I
don't know
have
me, but we're friends.
so many. Oh, I'm like crazy with campus crushes.
Oh,
We know.
Oh, we know.
Yeah.
We know.
We know.
I would say I'm better, but
No.
no, no.
you're not.
no.
You're not.
Shout out the biggest fumble I've ever had in my life.
So
Sorry.
bad. I feel like talking to people in college is, to me, another intramural sport in itself.
I would agree with
I
that.
feel
That's
like
I
so
would
real.
agree.
I feel like it really is a game of like, what's the weirdest thing I can say to you right now? Or like, why are you the way that you are? Like, not even, I genuinely feel like I just have like a really, like, I hyperfixate on something really easily. So it, without, at the risk of sounding like a hoe, like whoever I'm like interested in, it's literally, you're just like the most constant thing in my life right now. And it's like, you're like, it's like Hexasaur, like my thing with Hexasaur.
Yeah.
And then I got too mad at Hexasaur because I couldn't beat the level, so I gave up on it. But I was like really in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just feel like talking to
Yeah.
people
Are we meaning like saying hi to people or like talking?
in general,
Oh.
and saying hi to people too, like meeting new people. I
Yeah.
think I
feel like-
approach it the same way. Like I'm gonna say the weirdest thing I can to you, and based off of the way that you react, that's how I'm gonna gauge if I want to be around you.
Yeah, college is just a huge game of networking.
That's so true.
And I networked yesterday. I'm going to talk about it. I don't think you've heard this story yet,
The
Lauren.
my gosh,
LinkedIn,
Lauren,
I
oh my
saw
God,
it.
it's
Yeah.
insane.
It was awesome. So we were on the train. There was this guy. We were just sitting. And we were talking about going out. And he's like, where do you guys go? Like, what's... And we were like, normally when this happens to us, the guy's a weirdo. And we're like, oh, get away. Awesome. But he was like, no, I like work. Where do you guys go? Like, what do you do? Like, you know. And we were just trying to tell him, like, he was like a promoter. We were just, like, we were chatting, whatever. And then we all had, like, goals for the night, like, as you do when you're getting incredibly bored. And, like, you're just trying to have a fun night. So the goal that I set for myself was to ask someone for their LinkedIn profile on the red line. I was like, oh, so you're a promoter? Awesome. Snapchat? No. What's your LinkedIn? And shout out that guy because he had no idea we were making fun of him. There was like probably 6 of us and some random guy on the train sitting next to us. He was so funny. He just like kept like looking and being like, is anyone hearing what he's saying? Guys, he's not real. And then as soon as the promoter left he didn't give me his LinkedIn, he's like, I don't do that anymore. Okay.
LinkedIn. He doesn't do
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn
It was
anymore.
Chi-Town Boss _060. does not have
Insane.
LinkedIn because
Shoot.
he broke up with his girlfriend
Who totaled
because-
his cars.
who totaled his car on her way back from cheating on him.
At a hotel.
And he stayed with her for a year after that happened.
insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
That's lore.
The other guy on the train, once the promoter left, he was like, none of what he said was real, right? We're talking about that, and we just completely roasted him after he was gone. Like, he got off at Wrigleyville. We were just talking.
No,
Me when I
it was
lie.
insane.
Yeah.
Because he was like, oh, yeah, like, you guys would all get in, but, like, some of your shoes are iffy. Bro.
Shut up. Nobody is that's the one thing before when I came to school here, sorry, this is a complete side
No, you're
note.
good.
I was so concerned about what shoes I was going to wear out. Nobody cares.
No. He's like, there's a shoe dress code.
There's
There's not.
There is not a shoe dress code because I
There's
could
not.
take my damn shoes off 30 minutes into being at the club and no one's going to notice because no one's looking at your feet.
He said, all you have to do is wear a sexy top. Now, what are you doing? Telling people that.
What
you
do you
cannot
mean?
be
What?
saying that to girls on the
sexy
red
top.
line.
No. Like, booby top. Like,
Yeah,
what do
like,
you-
no.
like-
no.
Duh.
No.
First of all, we know. Second of all, you're creepy.
No, I had my jacket zipped up, and I
No.
think I, like, pulled on the zipper to, like, tighten it. Like, I was like...
I'm so bold in my room when I plan my outfits, and then I walk outside and I have that stupid leather blazer zipped all the way up to my
Yup.
neck. I'm
modesty cover.
like, my modesty
Walking
poncho.
through Damon with your modesty cover might be the most humbling thing.
Yeah, I
ever.
am.
Because your
I-
face is beat. Like, you have the
I know.
pants on.
I'm like everyone knows under it. I'm like crazy. I hate the shoe thing though because I don't really like wearing. I like wearing heels or anything because it's so fun going out, but it's also like, damn, I can see everything that's happening below me right
Yeah, it's
now.
so
like when
fun
we
being
were
tall.
when we were it's fun being tall, but it's also like when it's so packed and like you can look down and
yeah.
like you see someone's little hands going where they shouldn't, and you're like. I know. I've seen it before. I've literally not like I'm towering over people, but like at
Yeah.
Joy when those two girls, I literally just watched the whole thing happen. And I was talking to Claire. I was like, we've got like a bird. We were the tallest girls at Joy there, which was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
And then I was there for 10 minutes and I got bored and I left.
Yep.
So that's me.
Nonchalant to the max. It's crazy.
Hey.
Purge being nonchalant, that gets me nowhere. Purge.
Another purge I have, going back to the basketball
We're
episode,
so
is
we're
that...
we're so off topic.
Honestly, it is like the best. It's fine. People are watching for basketball and they're gonna stay because we're funny. So
This is true.
Come for basketball, stay to watch us complain.
I know.
about it.
So we are all planning on studying abroad second semester next year, and I feel like I'm really gonna miss the basketball reign of terror
Oh,
that they're
so
gonna have, because I
yeah.
hope that they're getting so many commits. It's gonna be so
It's
good.
gonna be so good.
We're gonna have like 3 games, gonna be shipped off to Italy. So I don't know if I can see
It's
that.
gonna be so sad because like I looked forward to going to all the basketball games so much just because like it was always so much fun like just standing in the student section and like being able to like be like oh like this is like gonna be a really good game and like watching them compete is just so much fun.
Yeah.
It is a lot of fun.
Like I did not get into I didn't even understand how basketball worked before I like,
My
got here.
family was like a huge basketball family. Like we watch it all the time. Super into March Madness. So like, I obviously I was planning on going to all the games just because that's how it be. But I didn't plan on like having as much fun. Like some of the games were like genuinely crazy. Like that one game where they won by like 1 point or whatever.
Oh my
with Philip
goodness!
Alston.
And,
Shout
like,
out Philip Alston.
Love you, King.
That was crazy. Like that was one of the best sports games I've seen. Like just
Yeah.
and it
entertainment
was like
wise.
right when we came back from winter break.
Yeah.
Like, it
Yeah.
was amazing.
And
We
it's
were-
cool because I feel like we don't have football. Like we don't
Mm-mm.
have any like. I mean, we can go to the soccer games and stuff, but like there's no like huge sport.
yeah.
And so like basketball season, I feel like it's really fun
I was-
because everyone
yeah.
gets into it too. Like
Yeah.
it's a big thing.
I was very relieved when I did not go to a football school. I cannot
Yeah.
watch that sport.
when your indie liberal arts school is a massive.
I wish
basketball
people
school.
I wish people tailgated the basketball games though. Like just stood in Damon and just
Hey, we could.
we could.
Good. Apparently
Next
that's what they do
year.
at DePaul.
They would. Their stadium's like
There's-
40 minutes away. It's crazy.
There's no way
They also
people
suck.
don't.
They do suck.
DePaul is so bad.
Something else I want to talk about is like the game. Who did we even play when we won? Was that
What do you mean?
when we won by 1 point?
Like
Who were
Saint-
we playing?
Oh, was it George Mason?
I think
It
so.
was George Mason. I think.
And then the Dayton game. Oh my god. Oh my god.
The Dayton game was so. Was I there for the Dayton game?
I don't.
I missed it.
I missed it. I don't.
I was there.
Unfortunately.
It was right before
Spring break.
spring break.
Oh
break,
shoot!
so
Then
that's
that's the one I missed. 'cause
Yeah,
I
no,
had-
it was actually awesome. Our friend Julia, her whole family went to Dayton. They go to Dayton, like Dayton bred.
Yep.
It's crazy, and they all came, and I was like, we're taking them down. And I said to Julia, I was like, I want to watch your dad cry after the end of this. And maybe he did. He was sad. Mr. Penistulio, I'm sorry, but Loyola forever.
Yeah. I was at University of Tennessee Knoxville during that game, and I was visiting my friend. Love you, Hattie. Was not paying attention to her. My eyes were glued
Yeah.
on that basketball game the entire time. We won. I start like screaming. All of these UTK people look at me. They're like, "Who is this freak?" Screaming about this basketball game.
No, I was
Loyola basketball till I die.
I was in my living room and my dad was watching like Liverpool highlights or something like that. And I was like, I'm colonizing the TV. I don't care. Turn it off. Give me the remote. And I turned on the game and my mom took videos of me pacing up and down our living room floor, being like, we have to win. We have to win this right now. Like I looked crazy.
Liverpool highlights are forever. Loyola basketball is temporary.
I was
Other way
so
around. Other way around.
Oh shoot! It should actually be the other way around. Guys, I biffed.
mine sucked because I was there, like I was at school, but I had like 3 of my friends come visit and all the tickets sold out, so I couldn't get in, and I was like genuinely thinking about just leaving them in my room for 2 hours. But I thought about it because I had my ticket. I didn't, but I watched the game like in the hallway with like Maddie, and we were. But I've never been like, obviously I was excited my friends were here because I love them. They're my best friends. But I was genuinely like, damn, I really wanted to go watch the Dayton game.
Didn't you give me your ticket? Because I remember we were.
I think I did give you
I
my
was
ticket.
so mad at myself because I thought I bought a ticket. I was like, I bought it. They're sold out. I have my ticket. I go to like pull it up as like I'm like basically about to leave. I'm like, oh, where is it? Where's my ticket? Didn't have one. Didn't have one the whole time. And I was literally about to sell my soul for one. And Lauren pulled through. So that's why I love her. All right. Now this is the last segment of our podcast. Unless you guys have anything else to add.
Okay, I have one thing that I really enjoyed from basketball season was seeing that fuck-ass St. Joseph bird.
Dude, I love
The
the
bird.
bird.
Now let me explain. St. Joseph, I don't know where that school is, somewhere. They have a mascot. It's a hawk.
Hawk,
A
I want
hawk.
to say.
They bring their mascot to every single game, and it flaps its wings the entire time. This mascot is like this the whole game. Timeout, flapping. Pledge of Allegiance, or the Star
Hand over the heart.
Whatever.
Flapping.
This, flapping. It has not stopped flapping. I looked this up. For 68 seasons.
It doesn't
Straight.
stop.
It doesn't stop. It does not stop.
Did you read the really dramatic article that was like 10 seconds left on the clock in double overtime and no one is all the basketball players are sweating on the court and we look over and the St. Joseph bird is on its knees, one arm down, one arm still flapping. Like that's how they introduced this bird. Like
It
it's
does
a
not stop.
coveted
It
like
does not stop.
it
Don't
can't
they get a
stop.
scholarship?
Yeah, they get a full ride if they don't stop flapping. I don't know how they do it.
Dude, I'd do
personally
it.
The
couldn't.
lat strength is insane.
Cracked me up because the first game we went to, we didn't know like that it was a scholarship. We didn't know it was
Yeah,
a
it was
thing.
just-
I
it
was
was
like, why is this bird?
No, it was
flapping?
just the women's basketball game. And we were like, obviously we're getting, like, obviously it's a women's game. I love women's sports. But, like, it's not all that. And I was like, why is this bird taking it to the highest level right now? Like, we were all sitting. Normally we stand at the basket, like, yelling. And I honestly feel bad that I feel like the men's and women's basketball is very uneven on levels. And honestly, we should fix that.
we should.
But I was like, what
rise
is the
up.
bird doing? What is the bird
It's
doing?
the most like half-assed flap too. Like he just like flings his arms up in the air
It's
and like
so
which-
funny.
It's hilarious. I love it. I
One
love
day
watching
I want like
it.
a memoir of like all the mascots from St. Joseph's telling their experiences.
the article I read was like powerful. I was like, it's a testament to like faith
Bird empowerment.
and religion. Like it's a religious thing. Like God will
Wow.
never let me stop. Don't quote me on that. And if it is, I think that's a wonderful thing. I would do it if I got a full ride.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
To go to college for free, I have to dress up like a bird and run around.
Hell
I would
yeah.
do it. I'd do worse.
People do that daily, and it's called furries.
Speaking of
Oh.
furries, our mascot,
Purge,
our
Lou
mascot
Wolf.
Purge.
No.
Okay, no Purge. Because
I'm splurging it until it comes up and tries to talk to me.
Yeah, that's
remember
fair.
the
I love it.
first, what did we go to? We went to a women's
like-
volleyball game. Okay, we go to a women's volleyball game. It asks for my hand or something like that. It gets me to stand up. It spins me around, and then it like kisses my hand. Lou Wolf, who are you?
I'm just
was crazy.
objectively afraid of furries. Like I'm like not furries. I'm afraid of people in fursuits.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a confession,
Um,
Lauren. I don't know if you know this about me or not.
You
We were
used to be
talking
your
about
high school
yesterday.
mascot.
Yeah, I used to be the high school mascot.
Like I would have been scared of you. I was afraid of my high school's mascot.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I willingly was my high school's mascot.
Do you feel connected to Lou Wolf in the sense?
I did tell Lou Wolf that I was the high school mascot, and because I was at a volleyball game, and I told Lou Wolf, I pulled up a picture on my phone of me in a mascot suit, and the camera was on me the whole time. and the whole entire stadium saw me telling Lou Wolf that I was the mascot, and I was like, why would they do me dirty like that? But
Whoever-
The scariest part about Lou Wolf is that it doesn't talk.
Whoever, none of them talk. That's the
I know
scary
that-
part about
that's,
all
like,
of them.
That's why it's evil. Like, I think if Lou Wolf talked or like had a voice, then I think like it would be much more appreciated by all of the fans. But he
no,
just-
I think that'd be scarier.
No,
Oh.
that'd be.
No,
oh
no
my
voice,
god,
no
that would
voice.
freak me out.
Oh,
Worse.
all right.
Okay, I
No
will
voice.
say, even though I have my personal phobia of mascots, I am splurging Lou Wolf because whoever it is so athletic. It's
That's
insane.
true.
It is crazy.
Like
yeah.
I've never seen a mascot move the way ours does, and
This is true.
I love it. I love when Lou Wolf dances. I just am like
The word.
something about the eyes, like it just gets me. But I am splurging Lou Wolf. I think it's great. I think we have a really good mascot. I love it, and I like the little stuffed animal wolf that I have.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna splurge. I love the dedication. I also love, like, just the little wolf, like the Loyola Rambler. It's just so cute. I love it.
Did you guys know Rambler used to mean like homeless person? Like
Oh.
Oh,
All right.
our mascot used to like. I mean, I think you can look it up. It was like a rambler, like someone that traveled around, and they were like, "Made this kind of is alluding to something." So now it's a wolf, but it's not actually a rambler. Is like
Wow. Now we're on the last segment of the podcast, which is where we're going to talk about our March Madness brackets. And like I said, someone here won the Barstool Blurs bracket, and that someone was me. So
shout out Dana.
congrats.
shout out.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think I won by 500 points because I picked UConn. But another purge I have with this whole thing is that when we went to the A10 tournament, my friend Eva was visiting from UConn. And I was like, you should watch the basketball game with us. Like, we're all watching it, like, in the bottom of Ireland. Like, it's going to be awesome. We should all watch it together. And then, so I'm trying to find my final bracket in the end. But she came and she was really excited. I've converted her into a little bit of a Loyola basketball fan. We lost by, like, she was genuinely distraught when we lost. But I'm looking at this now. Take a look. I won by like 300 points in the end. I was a 99.6 percentile, yeah. So that's kind of awesome. And at one point, I was like 13,000 in the world with my bracket. So I don't know. I just kind of went off vibe. But don't say women don't know basketball because I fucking know basketball and I'm a woman. So
Dana did good.
I don't know basketball and I'm a woman. I picked the Florida Gators to win my bracket.
Dude.
I don't. We don't need to talk about it. I saw like one boof ass TikTok being like Florida Gators, and I was like, that's what I'm picking for my run. I lost our group chat's bracket, and my punishment is either cold plunge in Lake Michigan or run at the mating geese.
Yeah, it's the cold plunge. No running at the geese.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And or wasn't it like Naked Mile?
Mile.
I'm not doing that.
the amount of
no.
naked miles that have been brought up in our friend group, no one has done a naked
No.
mile.
No.
But for every punishment, we're like, naked mile. No, like we would literally get arrested. Like we can
Yeah.
maybe like naked mile in like Ohio, like a different college town. This is Chicago. The minute we like run, like they're gonna get arrested.
The
It's crazy.
CTA officers are gonna get me.
Oh,
Like,
hell,
there's
yeah.
No, there's no way. But yeah, there'll be. Who knows? Maybe you'll splurge or purge my cold plunge into like.
Splurge or purge fiend mile.
Fiend mile, yeah,
We'd
that's
be
something.
fiend
That's something we got into when we were doing our intramural basketball. There's this guy I saw who like runs a fiend mile, and because there's only 3 courts at Loyola. Like I don't know, I feel like we should have more. It makes sense for based on space that we don't have more. But I was like, you know what we should do? Basketball courts are filled. We're running the fiend mile. We ran like a block, and then we were all like. We're like, let's go eat. I'm hungry. I was like, okay. Like, honestly, I was one of the ones that was tired, but I was like, guys, we could do another lap, but we didn't. And I was happy with that.
Yeah.
My bracket, I had 2 brackets. My joke bracket had University of Tennessee winning. Go Vols. Gotta stay true to my roots. And it actually did really well for a while until Tennessee got eliminated, and then I was fucked. But it had its run. And then my second bracket had Purdue winning, which my dad would be disappointed in me for that one. Sorry, Dad. He hates Purdue. But I don't know. It just called to me. And Purdue made it pretty far. I mean, like I predicted Purdue UConn the final game, but
I think my favorite college basketball bit is the fact that Purdue is just like, they just get so unlucky each time.
Yeah.
they get so
Yeah.
far they never win.
No, they never win.
They
And
never
then
win.
last year when they lost to, what was it, FDU or was it St. Peter? I don't know.
No
They
idea.
lost to one of the two. And in the first round, that was the most hilarious bit. Dana, how you have a thing for soccer edits, I have a thing for college basketball edits
Yep.
on my For You page on TikTok. It was the only thing scrolling, and I favorited every single one. You'll look at my edits folder. It'll be like, you'll see like Aaron Taylor Johnson and like
Yup.
Dirty
Oh, look.
Diana.
all those saved edits of him, and then you'll just see like a random like FDU like saved edit, and they'll be like, huh? But yeah, that's my favorite bit.
I didn't make a bracket because I get really, really into them, and then if I don't win, I have like a genuine breakdown, and I'm genuinely torn up about it. Like in when I was younger, I would make them, and I would get like angry, like if a team, and I also didn't make it because I forgot. But if I could have made it, I would have picked low-key UConn. I would have said UConn and then like Duke. Final Four. I used to always pick Duke when I was growing up. I used to always pick Duke.
I'm 2 days into
To college and I'm 3 lectures behind. I love
Shout out
him.
Jared
I love
McCain.
Jared McCain. Jared McCain. I didn't know he was a freshman.
Oh, really?
He's a freshman.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jared, hi. I think he has a girlfriend.
No, we
Prob.
broke up.
Oh,
Jared, I love your
Sydney.
NIL collab with Sally Hansen.
And your Skims campaign.
You are marketing genius, Jared McCain.
If Annabelle were here, she'd be disappointed in me that I didn't get to talk about the
Paige
experience
Buchers?
of a lifetime that we had. Yeah.
Oh.
So, like, early March, our friend Alicia and Annabelle has a friend at DePaul, and she was like, oh, like, the DePaul women's game, they're playing UConn, we should go. And then I didn't really know it was a women's game. I thought it was the men's game. So I was like, sure, whatever. I would have still gone if I knew it was a women's, but, like, I didn't know. And I was like, wow, Annabelle wants to go see a basketball game. Like, this is kind of interesting. Like, I don't know. And then Alicia was in on it because her sister went to UConn, and her sister's fiance went to UConn too, so they're like UConn alum. They're like, let's go watch it. So we all went. It was awesome. But then I'm like, oh, Annabelle only wants to come because of Paige Buchers. And I love Paige Buchers, and
I
she's
love Paige
awesome,
Buchers.
but I don't think we'll ever love Paige the way that Annabelle does.
No.
Shout out Paige Buchers. She is from Minnesota, which is like my favorite bit to like flex on Annabelle.
Yeah.
So like I'm from Shoreview and she's from Hopkins, which is like 30 to 40 minutes away. And like I've like seen her out before, like just like around, because I had a lot of friends that played basketball, so sometimes I'd go to like their AAU tournaments. But I saw there's a video of Paige Buchers like just like hooping in like my community center that's like 5 minutes away from my house, and I sent it to Annabelle, and she's like, Tia, I'm gonna kill you, like how dare you, you were the same gym, like this is insane. And it's like, I don't know, it's my favorite bit to like play on Annabelle.
Yeah, Annabelle and Paige were in the same gym, and that was actually, this is a great way to end the podcast. This woman came up to us, and it was just a group of like 4 girls. She's like, can any of you play basketball? And we were like our friend Alicia was like, she'd been playing for years. She's like, yeah, I can play. And she's like, okay, we're just doing like a shoot off at halftime. Like you should do it. And she was like, okay, I'll sign up. She signs up. We're like, they take her. We're like making jokes that she's kidnapped. We're like, by now they're crossing the border. Like they're like, they stole her. She's gone. We didn't hear about her because apparently they were going to do it at halftime, and then halftime rolls around. We're like, where's Alicia? Didn't come out. And then like at like the third quarter, they bring her out and they're doing like a shoot off, and it's just her in like the Wintrust Arena downtown. Like it's DePaul's like Wintrust, like thousands of people. Is crazy. And she's just like happy to be there, and they're like 3 free throws in 1 minute, you got it, or whatever. She makes all 3 of them, and she won like a Taylor Swift cardigan. But that was the craziest side quest.
A Loyola student winning
A DePaul, yeah.
basketball game competition
That's
is crazy.
so
Yeah.
funny.
It's crazy.
I don't think
The fact that it's Alicia too.
Alicia somehow managed to get like the most insane side quests. And also like Loyola student winning DePaul basketball contest. That's hilarious.
Hey, Loyola on top.
Loyola
It's
always
true.
on top.
All right, guys, have a good one. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day. And look out for our last Splurge or Purge episode of the school year coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
This
gonna
is so
cry
sad.
probably.
This is so sad. This is like my favorite part.
Splurge or
My favorite part of every Sunday.
Purge.
Thank you so much for having us on.
Yes,
Yeah,
of
thank
course.
you.
So much
I love
fun.
you. Long
It's
live
fun.
Annabelle. I love her, and she needs to be back here next week, or else things are gonna go bad for her.